I just wanted to give you one update, and I have the one item on the agenda. So let's do the agenda item first. I had sent to you a copy of application for board member to the Planning Commission, and it is my recommendation that we appoint Joshua Jewkes to fill the vacated seat of Kent Kingley on the Planning Commission. And his seat the term expires 12/31/2018, so that will expire at the end of this year, and so then we would have to readdress that position at that time.
Okay. Any reason if we need to discuss personnel and closed on this individual?
I think that's a great recommendation.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to entertain a motion then.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we go with the manager's recommendation, Joshua Jewkes.
Okay. Motion by Mr. Peterson, second by Mr. Good. Everybody clear on the motion? Any further discussion? We'll vote. Yep. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Motion carries. Thank you.
Then,
Can I ask you a question on that?
absolutely.
How many openings do we have now?
We have one regular position opening and two alternate position openings. So we've had several resignations in the last short-term period, and so that's precipitated this. We are recruiting for that. This is the only application we've received so far, and Doug certainly has been concerned that we have adequate members for quorum.
Sure.
For activity on there. So that was why I pushed this, even though we only have one application and there are still open seats. At least we get one that helps them. We'll continue to get applications, and we'll continue to bring them to you.
One regular and two alternate.
Yes.
So we're out of alternates.
Yes.
So is that what we just carried to?
Ms. Taylor, you have a comment?
I do. On the website, do we have a page for the Planning Commission and who's on the Planning Commission and what their terms are? I think that would help the public too to know who's up, who's got another 2 years. But I know Midway does it and Heber City does it, where they actually have the members' names and when their term is up. And that way it's just easy to double check. That would be my suggestion, please. And then I noticed that there were openings, and so I actually put it on Facebook and social media a bit, but I didn't see it anywhere on your Wasatch County Facebook page or anything. So that's my other suggestion. Is it's hard to get people to apply for these positions, but if it's not on Facebook or people don't know about it. So
On the Wasatch County page, if you click on departments and then click on planning, there's an option for Planning Commission there, and then it lists these members. Wendell Rigby is chairman, Michael Smith is vice chairman, Charles Zerker.
he's right there.
Chuck. You say Chuck.
Zercher.
Sir Charles, Kent King, Kimberly Cook, Mark Hendricks, and then Spencer and Steve are the county ex officio representatives.
So it's
Great.
on there.
Great.
Maybe just add their terms or something. Okay.
That'd be
It needs to be updated because of
Yeah, no updates. Okay.
How do you say it?
Make a note.
Zercher.
Zercher. I said,
Sir Charles, that's pretty good.
Sir Charles.
All right, Mr. Davis, what else have you
Just
got?
one other thing for note. Two legislative sessions ago, the legislature enacted the JRI initiative, which is Jail Rehabilitation Reinvestment Initiative, which I'm going to give you the short version of it. Basically, as people brought into the jail, they're to be evaluated for psychiatric and other issues to try and facilitate not overrunning the jails. The system has not worked well. We were working with Utah County through a fairly elaborate process that would connect us to Utah County, and they would have a doctor that would do the evaluation. And Utah County they had difficulties, we had difficulties contacting them, they have people available, we bring people to jail. And Utah County has now sent a notice of termination to us and a couple of the counties that we were sharing their link down there. And so it's a little bit unknown where that's going to go. We're working with Weaver County, but we don't know if this is going to continue or if the system's just going to
It'll be
collapse.
something we have to fund ourselves potentially.
It'd be difficult. It's millions of dollars. It's a big deal. There are
So it makes sense to
5 hubs
share
around the state, something like that.
neighboring county or something.
It just is.
They're trying to keep it running as much as they can through Weaver County, but they've given each county with the jail the option to opt out.
And Utah
I think
County's
they will opt out.
Okay. Well, which means we'll have to have a plan of our own or not? Not necessarily? Okay.
We do have in instances where we recognize that we do have our local mental health and we do have a relationship with them and they do work with us in the jail, but that's a different issue than what this reinvestment initiative was. We do have the capabilities of handling these types of things, but not in the same respect the legislature had in mind a couple of years ago. So,
Was there any action in the most recent legislative session to try and address that?
now, the biggest problem is funding. And it was promised at the time the initiative went forward that the state would fund it. They have not. They funded it to a small extent. They did not fund it completely and left essentially the burden of trying to come up with something that works to everybody else that doesn't. It's really a difficult situation and it's going to have to be addressed in some future day. But I want you to be aware that has happened. The sheriff's very aware and we're handling things appropriately.
Okay. That's all.